Back to channel. Now we are going to start the muscles of the hand. So first we'll start with the thenar eminence. If you know, I think this is the thenar eminence, this is the hypothenar eminence. So today let us check out the muscles of the hypothenar eminence. So we are going to mainly deal with the three muscles of the hypothenar eminence. Not three, four. Four muscles of the hypothenar eminence. The four muscles you can remember with the mnemonic AFOA. Okay, AFOA. How is that? We'll understand by each of its name. Okay, so the first muscle today we are going to talk about is abductor pollicis brevis. So if you see here, this muscle, this fat muscle is a abductor pollicis brevis. So the name brevis, it's small. Okay, small. Pollicis means it's going to your thumb, right? And it's abductor. Abductor means what? Bringing the thumb towards your hand, away from your hand, right? Abductor. So I will show you. See, this is adduction of your thumb and this is abduction. So abduction. Okay, that is mainly because you are abductor pollicis brevis. When you are doing this abduction of your thumb, you can feel that muscle. That is nothing but our abductor pollicis brevis. So how it is getting its origin? Of course, always you remember, if anyone asks you where is the pisiform bone, just say directly towards your little finger downward you will have the pisiform bone. Okay, this is a trick to remember your carpal bones. So just below the your little finger side you will have your pisiform, and always towards your thumb side you will have your scaphoid bone. In the proximal row you have scaphoid, of course. In the second row you have your trapezium. Here in your proximal row you will have the pisiform, and in the next row you will have, of course, your hamate, right? So now we are discussing about our abductor pollicis brevis. Its origin is from the tubercle of scaphoid and also trapezium. Tubercle of scaphoid and trapezium. Scaphoid is in the proximal row, trapezium is in the distal row, right? And also from the flexor retinaculum. Already I discussed in previous video, right? It will be a sheet like structure here. So what is giving origin to the abductor pollicis brevis? Scaphoid, trapezium, flexor retinaculum, that's it. So from there it is getting inserted into base of proximal phalanx. If you know, the thumb have only two phalanx, one is the proximal phalanx, one is the distal phalanx. You know, all the other phalanges have proximal, middle, distal, but the thumb have only proximal and distal. So to the proximal phalanx base, here you can see the abductor pollicis brevis will go and give its insertion. Okay, so this is about abductor pollicis brevis. So it's very simple, because this side, of course, you have carpal bone, especially scaphoid, trapezoid, of course flexor retinaculum, getting attached to the base of the thumb, of course, done. So abductor pollicis brevis, done. So I said the mnemonic AFOA. So A is done, that is abductor pollicis brevis. Next, going to F. What is F? F is nothing but flexor pollicis brevis. So here also just understand it. It's a flexor, means used to flex the thumb. Pollicis to the thumb. Brevis, small again, the small muscle. Okay, so flexor pollicis brevis. What is its origin? So if you see the origin of the flexor pollicis brevis, it is getting its origin from the flexor retinaculum and also from trapezoid and capitate bones. So if you know, the trapezium will be here, but the trapezoid will be side to it and also capitate, right? So trapezoid, capitate. So from trapezoid and capitate and also flexor retinaculum, you'll get origin to this flexor pollicis brevis, and it is inserted into, of course, again the base of proximal phalanx of thumb. So if you see now, two muscles are attached to the base of proximal phalanx of the thumb. One is abductor pollicis brevis, other one is flexor pollicis brevis. Okay, done. Next, coming to the mnemonic AFOA. Next, coming to O. O is what? Opponens pollicis. If you see here, the opponens pollicis, okay, this is coming its origin directly from the flexor retinaculum and getting its insertion into the shaft of metacarpal bone of thumb, to the shaft. This is a special muscle till now. It's getting inserted into the shaft, because till now we see abductor pollicis brevis, flexor pollicis brevis, giving its insertion to the base of the proximal phalanx, but opponens pollicis is inserted into the shaft of the metacarpal bone of the thumb. Metacarpal bone is nothing but here, right? This is a metacarpophalangeal joint, right here. So next, coming to the adductor pollicis. According to our mnemonic AFOA, the last A is adductor pollicis. So where is our adductor pollicis? You can see it's oblique, right? Adductor pollicis. So it's getting its origin from the oblique head. Actually, this adductor pollicis have two heads. You can see, as it's mentioned, oblique head, and other one is transverse head. So its oblique head is getting its origin from the base of second and third metacarpal. You can see here, this is a position of, you can see, second and third metacarpal. So base of second and third metacarpal give origin to adductor pollicis oblique head. Okay. Whereas to the transverse head, its origin is from shaft of third metacarpal. You can easily see this. This is second, this is first one, right? Second, third. So from third, exactly the third metacarpal. So third metacarpal give origin to transverse head of adductor pollicis, and adductor pollicis oblique head is giving its origin from second and third metacarpals. Okay. But remember that oblique head is getting its origin from base of second and third, but transverse head is getting its origin from third metacarpal's shaft. Okay, that is important. Here shaft, here bases. Okay. So its origin is completed. So where it will go and insert. So both of them, either the transverse head or the oblique head, both will go and insert into the, again of course the same insertion, that is base of proximal phalanx of thumb. So that's it. This is about the thenar eminence. The mnemonic is aphoha. So whenever you look at your thenar eminence, you should remember the aphoha. Okay, aphoha. So one more thing I need to discuss is about the nerve supply and action, right? So what is the nerve supply of each of the muscle? Let us understand. So first one, aphoa A, abductor pollicis brevis. So abductor pollicis brevis is supplied by median nerve. Even R, flexor pollicis brevis is supplied by median nerve. And O, that is opponens pollicis, is also supplied by median nerve. So apho are supplied all by median nerve. But A, last A, that is the adductor pollicis, as it is special, you can remember, it is special in the case of nerve, and also it is special in the case of heads. Adductor pollicis is special with two heads, oblique head, transverse head, right? And also it is special in the case of nerve supply because it is mainly supplied by deep branch of ulnar nerve. Okay. So ulnar nerve is supplying it, whereas all this apho are common, they are supplied by our median nerve. So adductor pollicis is somewhat special in our thenar eminence because it is supplied by different nerve, that is a ulnar nerve deep branch, and also it is having two heads. Okay. So what are the actions, main actions of this each muscle? The first one is abductor pollicis brevis. Action is to abduct the thumb. So I'll show the abduction of the thumb. So this is abduction. So this is abduction of the thumb. Okay. And flexor pollicis brevis, what is its function? It flexes the metacarpophalangeal joints. This one. Okay. And next, coming to the opponens pollicis, right? Here is opponens pollicis. Its work is to pull the thumb medially forward across palm, opposed thumb towards the fingers, like this. Okay, like this. This is the opponens pollicis function. Okay, done with all this. And last one, adductor pollicis. Adductor pollicis is nothing but adduction of the thumb. So like this. That's it. So this is about the thenar eminence muscles. Okay, in the next video we'll discuss in detail of our muscles of hypothenar eminence. Okay.